Whoa, what happened there? Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Mr.Fred and Friends. I'm your host, Fred Schultz, and if I look tired tonight, I'm tired. I've been really pushing it lately, and I'm pooped tonight, believe me. But you know what? I got Thanksgiving coming up here, and this is, for me, it's some of the coolest times of the year. I'm got so much to be thankful for. I can't even begin to tell you. An hour show, I could list names, all kinds of names, James Howdy McGuff, Paul Farrell. Paul Farrell. There's a guy, he's usually number one, checks in on my show every week. Just an absolutely, you know what? I can't even say enough about him. I just think it's so cool. And, I just love the people who watch the show. I really, really do. I tried to keep it kind of simple tonight because number one, I'm tired, and number two, what's going on, Gabe? And number two, it's getting close to Thanksgiving, so I've got my buddy's supposed to be coming on here tonight, Nancy. How are you, my dear? All the way from Hawaii, the Maui Misfit Minis. When I talk about the people that watch the show, there's always a reason that I talk about them because there's people that watch the show and I really don't mention them. The ones I mention, they have really, really touched me in a way that is so special when it comes to paintball because, a lot of people talk about paintball. Oh, I love paintball. Oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to do that. Yeah. I get so much of that. You can't believe it. And, I get everybody calling me up going, hey, I want to do this and I want to do that. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, what have you done by yourself, for our sport? To me, that's a big thing. It really, really is. I can't tell you how much, Nancy and people like her just impressed the heck right out of me because they work so hard for the sport of paintball. They've got great kids. They work hard to make the kids. It's just I don't even know how to put it. Normally I don't get mixed up or lost for words, but those people are very, very special. And if you want paintball to keep growing, and we all want paintball to keep growing, that is absolutely the kind of people you need to be involved. Yeah, you really, really do. And we got Bond Chick watching right on. There's another one that's really passionate for paintball. Guy Cooper, very, very long history in the sport of paintball. I bet a lot of people don't even know about Guy because he's been out of the main loop for a while, but the guy has done so much for the sport of paintball. It's absolutely incredible. And some great, great people. I'm going to give my shout outs real quick. And then what I want to do is, what's going on, Gumby? Great, great guy. Like I say, the people who watch my show, you just got to love them. And they, not just because they watch the show, it's the passion that they show for the sport of paintball. If everybody showed the same passion for paintball instead of talked about, they actually did something to make it grow, we would be so huge it wouldn't even be funny. It would be incredible. Let me start real quick. I got a few things I want to mention because, if you're going to build paintball, you got to go to these places and you got to do stuff. What's going on, Chris? How you doing this evening, my friends, huh? So anyhow, what I'm going to start with is SC Village, and that's this coming weekend, the 29th through December 1st. Oh, my God, December 1st. December is here already. What has happened to this year? And you're going to find out, a lot of you kids, you won't understand it till you get older, but when you get older, the time seems to fly like twice as fast. Absolutely sucks, but it is what it is. Anyhow, SC Village is having a swap meet down there, and it's free admission, so you can just go check it out. It's going to be this coming weekend, the 29th to December 1st. And, if you've never got a chance to go to SC or never got a chance to go play SC, you're going to want to put that on your bucket list. Take my word for it, because it is absolutely cool. The way it's run is fantastic. And there's so many different varieties of fields. It's just crazy. You know, I mean, you go there and you just kind of look around and you're like, what the heck is this? It's just enormous and very, very cool. And then I'm going to be doing every year. Lynn Trong does a very, very nice, very, very nice, actually, charity event she does down there in Paris, California at Action Star Games. And she does this every year, and she puts a lot of time and effort into it. And last year I went down there, and I'm going to again this year. I'm going to be going live from there. We went live there last year. Bud Orr and I took my setup down there, so it was pretty cool. So Bud and I sat and we went live. Well, David the Reaper, Justin, and my buddy Kiko, they went and they walked around and they did interviews with all kinds of the vendors, and it was so much fun. I met so many brand new people, so many cool people, had such a good time. So that is December 15th. It's a one-day only thing. You're going to want to go and you're going to want to check it out. It's just absolutely terrific. It really, really is. And it's at Action Star Games in Paris, California. Then there's something else. Oh, Deanne, what's going on, sweetheart? This is my sister-in-law. How you doing, dear? I hope you guys are staying warm back there. I know the Packers won. You guys beat the 49ers, so I know my brother Bill, he's happy as hell. Yeah, it is what it is, you know. We were playing with a weak team, though. We had a weak team. Our quarterback's out. Our best lineman's out. Oh. But anyhow, you guys played real well. Very, very happy for the Pack. Anyhow, I got a thing. Remember back in the days, I always give my shout-outs, and I mentioned Jim Lively, which I'll mention in my shout-outs again tonight. But he has been out, he used to have, there used to be 2 events every year that you just absolutely wanted to, cheeseheads, right on. Oh, Gumby, I love you, brother. Gumby, I should send a couple of you guys some invites. If you guys want to jump on tonight, let me know, and I'll send you an invite, and you can jump on and we can talk turkey. Talk turkey. You didn't see that one coming, did you? Okay, anyhow, Jim Lively. 2 events you always wanted to do every year. One was Jim Lively's Masters, the other was Jerry Brown's World Cup. Now, you go to Jim Lively's Masters, and just everything was, God, I don't even know how to put it, extraordinary. You pull up, first of all, there's the circus tent. All the vendors were inside the circus tent, so it didn't matter what the weather was, because, the weather in Tennessee, it changes like every 15 minutes. So anyhow, you go in and all the vendors were in there. It was just so cool. And then every Saturday night, he had a players party where we all got together and just had a great, great time. It was so absolutely cool. Anyhow, Jim is getting back in the fold here. Now, I've been talking to him. I don't know if he wants me to throw this out there or not, but I'm going to throw it out there because he's all head over heels on doing this again. Jim's getting back in to doing some tournaments. And what he's going to do is the Splat Action Games up there in Oregon right now, Molalla, Oregon. He's going to be holding a 7-man woods ball this coming year. It's going to be September 6th and 7th. And believe me, I've won a tournament up in Molalla. It is a great, great place to go play. And this is a new field, and it is just absolutely going to be very, very cool. And he's calling it the Gold Rush Classic. So, and it's only going to be 18 teams. Now, 18 teams, and he wants to go 18 teams invited. So, you're going to have to get a hold of him or get a hold of me, and I'll get a hold of him and let him know. But the 18 teams, 7-man teams, it's going to sell out pretty darn quick, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And he's bringing back the players party. It's going to be a 2-day event, first of all. And then he's bringing back the players party on Saturday night. We're going to have a big barbecue. They've got it. This place is, I can't tell you a lot about it because I'm not even supposed to be talking about it. So I'll probably be hearing a knock on my door. It's going to be Jim going, hey, man, what are you doing? But anyhow, I'm going to do it anyhow. What's going on, Kevin Mack? So anyhow, yeah, it's going to be up in Molalla, Oregon, and he's got this big hall. They're going to have the players party Saturday night. It's going to be a throwback to when he used to do the Masters there in Tennessee. And it is going to be fun. I'm telling you, like I say, September 6th and 7th in Molalla, Oregon. You're going to kind of want to put that on your bucket list if you can, because it's going to be natural woods, like we used to play. We used to play in the woods when it was 15-man, 45-minute games, and they didn't have any bunkers or anything set up. You went in, you played, period. What you seen is what you got, is what you did, and you had a great time. You really, really did. So let me give my shout-outs real quick here. We'll talk a little bit more about this thing coming up. And then, I'd like to go ahead and send a couple of invites out to you guys. Maybe you guys can jump on here and we can talk a little turkey. I was going to go ahead and do a kind of a short show tonight. David Justin was supposed to come in here and jump in with me. But I was going to cut it a little short. But, I see everybody jumping in here, and I want to, you guys charge me up, man. You guys make me want to do it, and I love it. Shout outs real quick. Mr. Tim Schloss, Gateway Paintball in St. Louis. Tim has another very, very cool field. I talk about SC, but Tim Schloss has one that is just as good. I mean, it is an absolutely tremendous field. And you know what's good about these fields? First of all, the way they're run. I love the way they're run, both of them. And same way with Panhandle Paintball down there in Florida. Is they're run by good people. They're run by paintballers that know what paintballers want. Okay, now there's a lot of fields out there, take the money and run. But these guys are not take the money and run. These guys, they make money, obviously, because otherwise they wouldn't be in business doing it. But what they do is they put a lot of it back into their facilities. And what they really do is they're paintball players, so they know what paintball players like, and they work very, very hard at putting that together. You got Gio down there at SC, you've got Dan Colby and Steve Priskel down there at Panhandle Paintball, and you got Big Tim Schloss, and his wife Terry there in St. Louis. So if you ever get a chance, you're going to want to go play Gateway Paintball, Satcon Village, and Panhandle Paintball. Great, great places to play. I got to tell you, just is absolutely terrific. And then I say hi every week to Dan and John Colby, Immortal Air. They had Air America back in the day. Bud Orr right now, Bud usually comes on and jumps on here with me, but I didn't even send Bud an invite tonight because I know that he's at a lodge with his wife. They're celebrating their 45th wedding anniversary. So, Bud, even if you're watching, I love you, and it is so cool. Congratulations to you and Kathy both, brother. I hope you're having a great time. And then Tom K. Airgun Designs was my sponsor for many, many years with Auto Cocker. Matter of fact, that's what my buddy Gumby shoots, and he is pretty good at it, I got to tell you. And then Rainey Juby Boucher had Paintball News back in the day. Absolutely loved it. Great, great people. You could go out to your field 2 times a month and get this paper, and it didn't cost the player a penny. Nothing. The advertisers, they use the advertisers' money for everything. It told you what just happened, what was coming up. It had a map showing of all the fields across the U.S. and stuff, because you got to remember, back in the day, there wasn't like a gazillion fields, They were actually very few and far apart. But now there's quite a few of them, so I kind of missed the paper. I just, same way with the magazine. There's something about holding the magazine, putting it down, picking it back up and stuff like that. It's something I just absolutely love. Really, really do. And then I say hi every week to Randy Camilla. Gave me my first cover shot for APG Magazine. Jerry Braun had Paintball Sports Magazine back in the day, and he has Paintball Sports Field there in Newburgh, New York right now. And then Ross Alexander, my very first marker sponsor ever. I still have my original Bushmaster up there. He had Line SI. And that's back when the teams were 15-man and the woods ball games were 45 minutes long. So definitely something different now. And then Jim Lively, I've mentioned him earlier. 2 tournaments he wanted to do every year. One was Lively's Masters, the other was Jerry Braun's World Cup. Well, Jim's getting back into it again. and he's jumping back into it with both feet. So you're going to want to kind of stay, bring that back. Kevin Mack, I love you, buddy. Good man. You know what? I'm going to try to send a couple of you guys some invites here in a few minutes, if I can do it without killing the show. I'm pretty good at doing that too sometimes. And then I mentioned Gino from Belkin every week, because Gino does an awful lot of things behind the scene. And his Belkin paint is really, really shooting good right now. So I think he finally got his formula nailed down, and it's probably the #1 paint right now in the U.S. It's just absolutely rocking. It really, really is. Then I say hi to my two little buddies, Mark Gong Jr. and Jaden Gong. Terrific, terrific people. Absolutely love it. Now I got a guy that's checking in here, sort of. I don't see his camera though. Maybe I do see his camera. And I didn't even put the banner up because I wasn't sure about him. But now let me see. Let me put the banner up now so he doesn't feel like I left him out. Please, everybody, welcome a guy that I've got to know for a while. He's a piece of work. I love the heck out of the guy. He's funny. And I don't just mean looks. Okay, let me stop you right there, because I know you guys are going to look at him and go, wow, he doesn't look that funny. It's not his looks. It's his attitude. It's the way he talks. He's kind of smooth. He's like, I won't say X-Lax, because that's really a little bit too smooth. But, he's a heck of a guy. And I'm going to bring him out here so you guys can all take part in him also. Please, everybody, welcome David Reaper Justin. What's going on, buddy?
Hi, guys. I'm still at my office in downtown, and the reception is bad, and I'm burning the midnight oil. So I apologize. I wasn't able to jump on sooner. Let me show you something. Let me show you what I've done to my office. Hold on. Look.
Okay,
look.
Go ahead. Oh, how special is that? Wow. Did you decorate that tree yourself?
I did. That's all. Everything's mine. My little office. Here, I'll show you my title too. Ready?
You got a title. Uh-oh, you froze up. That might be a good thing. David Justin. Okay, I can see David. Oh, you had to put your hand over it because it's the men's room, isn't it? No? Yeah, it's got to be the men's room.
I don't want to show you. I can't show you where I work. Anyway, so yeah, I'm in downtown. I'm a
Yeah, you're freezing up again, buddy. I got quite a few people watching. I was going to go ahead and maybe send some invites out to these guys and bring them on to talk to them. Hello,
well, I'm limited on time, but listen. I'm going to be joining you guys for Lynn's event in December. Looking forward to it. I'll be helping you with your show. Let me ask you a question. How did the show go for Decay of Nations?
It went pretty good. It's kind of a funny story too, though. It actually went really good. And at one point, I had everything running, because I brought the studio down there like I did for Lynn's event. So anyhow, I've got Bud Orr with me, and we're talking and stuff like that. And we had a generator running everything. Well, the generator shuts down, right? So the big screen and all the lights and everything, all of it shuts down. So Bud is sitting there, and we're interviewing Paul Streck. So to make a long story short, I go, well, I better get the staff to go get some gas for our generator so we can get this thing up and running. And so anyhow, so I go out, right? I come back about 10 minutes later, and these guys are sitting there laughing, stuff like that. And I look down, and the computer is still on. The show had never stopped because the battery in the computer had taken, oh God, you should have seen these guys, David. I go like this. I go, oh, my God, we're still live. Man, all the blood ran out of them. And they're like, oh my God, no, really? And Bud's like, oh, do I
No.
have to apologize to your audience? I go, I don't know, Bud. What'd you guys say? He goes, oh my God, we were talking about our wife. Oh, and then Paul Schreck, he jumps up right away and goes over and he goes, come over here, come over here. And I go over there and he goes, oh my God, was it really live? And I go, yeah, the show's still going. I said, the only thing that stopped was the lights and the TVs and stuff like that. He goes, oh God, do I have to give a formal apology to your audience? I go, guys, I don't know what the hell you said, you know? I was cracking up, Dave. And I haven't even watched it yet, so I don't know what they said because I usually don't watch my show, you
Oh
know?
man.
But yeah,
Wow.
so
You got to go back and watch it.
I might have to because David, they were freaking out. I mean, not a little thing either. They, you know, Bud was, oh my God, Fred. He goes, we were talking. He goes, oh my God, I feel so bad. And I go, what'd you guys say? He goes, what didn't we say? It was hilarious.
No.
It was just, it was like almost like a practical joke that I didn't even plan on, you know. But I never even thought about the thing still going. I'm like, oh my God,
That's
it was a trip.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to Lynn's event in December. It's our annual get together. I'll help you out with the
Yeah, it froze up again.
And yeah,
Yeah, Kiko's
it's gonna be
Kiko's coming down there too. So
what?
Kiko liked working. Kiko is, yeah. So he liked working with you
Good.
last time. So
Yeah.
he said, yeah,
That's-
except for you taking the candy from that baby. We don't, you know, that was the only thing, you know. But other than that, you know, Kiko said he tried to stop you and you pushed him aside and said, when I want candy, I get it. So
that's what
I wasn't
want.
there.
I have a sugar addiction. Yeah, exactly. No. The baby was great. It was fantastic. So listen, I've got a jam, but to all the people that are watching and to you and your family, excuse me. Excuse me, I'm choking. To all of your family, happy Thanksgiving. Are you going to be doing a Christmas show?
I absolutely am going to do the Christmas show. Didn't I have you on there last year?
You're sure did. I was representing all the Jews.
That's why the ratings were so low. I got it. Okay, you're going to do it again with me this year?
Here.
You're just smiling. At least you froze up smiling. Oh, there you go again. You're going to do it. You're going to do it again with me this year?
Of course. Yeah, it's a tradition. I love it.
It is a tradition.
I showed you how much I love Christmas. So let's do it. But yeah. Anyway, listen. Thank you very much for having me on the show. And we'll touch base again in December. When is the date for Lynn's event?
The 15th.
Bye. Good night.
That's your thumb on the whole hand.
That's
the
when
15th.
Is it? The 15th. Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. Okay, looking forward to it, you guys. And again, Fred, you do an amazing job with the show. Thanks for keeping this going. I
love you, brother.
You're a fantastic guy.
I love you. And, you know, David, you and your family, I hope you have a terrific Thanksgiving. You really, really do. And your tree is very impressive. Very, very impressive.
It's actually a real tree. It's live. Yeah.
Who helped you tip it up? Because I know you're not that strong.
You're killing me.
I love you.
All right, brother, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye. You stay safe, David. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
All right. All right, everybody. That was David Reaper Justin. You know, what's funny about David, you know, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but, you know, obviously he has an office, but he's also a stand-up comedian down there in, oh, wow, Sirens. They're playing our national anthem. Anyhow, he's a stand-up comedian down there in L.A., and he's actually a pretty popular guy. And he comes and he does these events with me, and you got to get to know him. He's just, he's definitely a piece of work. I just absolutely love the guy. Let me see if I can. I'm going to try to send out a couple of invites here now. I hope this works. I hope I don't. Everybody hang tight. Let me see here. Don't go away. I'm going to try to do this. And let me see here. Oh, come on, Stevens, my God. I'm going to send one to him. Paste. and send. And I'm going to send out another one here. Let me see. Who should I send another one to? Oh, yeah, right here. This guy. Absolutely. There we go. There's another one. We'll see who shows up. Everybody hang tight here. Now I'm just sending out a few invites here, and we'll see what's going on here. Paste. And I'm going to send out one more and see who can jump on here. Kid Loop. Here we go. All right, now come on, where you at? Where you at? Paste and send. All right, I sent out some invites here. We'll see who's going to jump on and talk turkey with me. All right, I'm going to keep it real simple tonight. You know, I like to put a gazillion people on. That's for sure. You know, I'm trying to get Guy Cooper on here, and you know, he's messing with his computers and stuff like that. So I'm hoping eventually he's going to go ahead and jump on. But I sent out a couple invites. We'll see who pops up here. Let me see. In fact, you know, I should probably send this guy one here. It is out there in the wilderness, Freddy, the gospel. Oh my God. Keith Kissel. This guy here, he runs with me, and he's kind of like my my gatekeeper, I'll say. He takes care of all the stuff. He travels with me when we go do some of these, when we go live. And next year, what I'm going to do too is I'm going to start getting out. You know, I did a few of them this year. We went live at a couple of the paintball shops, and I thought that was absolutely very cool. And I'm looking to go ahead and do that again. And because you know, I just enjoy doing it. I just enjoy the people and hanging out with everybody and having a good time. Let me send Kiko one real quick here. And let me see, Keith Kissel, where you at, Kiko? I don't know where Kiko is. Oh, I got Rob Walker too. Chris Plant. I'm going to send Chris one too here. Now, if you can't jump on, you can't jump on, I understand. But I'm sending them to you to see what is going on, because I'm having a good time tonight. I really am. I kept it simple because I didn't even know if I was going to be able to jump on. I had David coming in, but then my day started early and ended up late. I just got back to the studio in time, just enough to go ahead and do this. But you guys know I love talking paintball. And, you know, I love talking paintball with anybody that's serious about paintball. Because like I say, guys, you know, oh, look at this. Here's a guy right now. What is going on, Mr. Tim Schloss from Tiger Stripe Camo and Gateway Paintball?
Well, I was just thinking I'd call and wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, very cool, my friend. Yeah, we were talking about Gateway a little bit earlier, and what a terrific field you have there. You know, you and SC and Panhandle, man, you guys got 3 rocking fields out here in the U.S.
Well, we got a lot of friends helping us, Freddy. You know, it's all come together, and we finally think we got the formula for doing it right. And I'm looking forward to going to Jim's event. And I heard a rumor that you might be the MC up there.
Yeah, that's a small rumor. I'm not sure if it's true yet or not. You know,
I'm hearing rumblings, man. I think that'd be pretty cool, man. We're taking it all the way back now.
There you go. Well, you know, I talked to Jim, and I asked him, I said, you want me to go ahead and put this out a little bit? And he goes, no, we better wait. And I said, okay. And this was about an hour and a half ago. So I waited.
Yeah, you give him time.
So everything worked out, man. That's pretty cool. I got Chris Plant who's jumped on with me, and Gumby. You know how much you love Gumby.
Oh, Gumby's my man. Gene, make it all worthwhile. I'll tell you. I mean, we've met so many cool people since you came back to this thing. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, Tim, you're absolutely right. How blessed we really, really are. And the people we get to know and the crowd we get to hang with. I mean, how special is that?
No, I wish everybody could experience this part of paintball because there's more to it than going to the field. It's a lot about what happens off the field. We're just lucky. I mean, it's good.
Very well put. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I tell everybody when I go to these events, I really have one on Friday because I get to hang out. All the people come in on Friday. I get to talk with everybody, have a great time. And then, playing paintball on Saturday and Sunday is kind of like the cherry on the sundae.
It's almost watching you at one of these events. I almost think you're running for office.
Yeah, I'm usually running, but not for office.
I said, this guy needs to be running for an office someplace. I said, man, nobody works the crowd better than you do.
Yeah, like Colonel of the Urinal, huh?
No, that was really cool, man. I mean, you're playing, you're talking, really, it's you add so much to the events. I mean, it's really cool, and I really hope that he does use you because it would really be a plus for him. Yeah,
he already asked me. Matter of fact, he's got my logo on his. Have you seen the advertisement yet?
No.
Yeah, he said I wasn't supposed to talk about it, but
I talked to him yesterday, and it was good.
He's pumped. He's pumped to do it.
I'm really happy. I mean, anytime that we can do something to improve what we've already got is just extra special. And he, as far as I'm concerned, he set the standard for tournaments. I mean, he said he was going to pay you $1, you got paid $1. If he said you're going to get paid $1 at 3 o'clock, you got paid that $1 at 3 o'clock. I mean, it was just, everything was just good.
Well, Tim, you're a lot like that too, because, I've got a couple of guys on here right now that were at your event. And, everything that you did was absolutely perfect. Everything, right down to the fields, the parking, the motel.
We had a lot of input. You put in a ton of effort, and I talked to Jim quite a bit. Bill talked to me, and Bill helped me. Bud helped me. Ross. Everybody. It was we were just lucky to be surrounded by as many good people. Bond Chip helped us. All these people and they all did a great job. It was made mine easy. All I had to do was wait for something to go wrong. And nothing went wrong, so it was good.
I got Jason Burnett. God, Jason, I hope I pronounced it right, but I'm talking to Tim Schloss. Tim Schloss, Tiger Stripe Camouflage. Where am I at? Tiger Stripe Camouflage right there. And, the new Tiger Stripe is, you're bringing it back now. I know you had some samples come in. What's that?
It arrived today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's here. And let me tell you something. It's been 2.5 years. I didn't realize this stuff, you can lay it right next to the original stuff, and you can't tell where one starts and one stops. Oh, how cool is that? Well, I know we're looking forward to seeing that come back out because back in the day, that was it, period. Yeah. Well, we were able to really do this right, and I made a really good deal on it, and we're going to be able to sell this stuff now for about half what we thought we were going to sell it for originally. So it's going to be really affordable. We're doing pants, the original jogger that you and I did back in '92. Oh, very cool. We've got the jogger with the cargo pockets, the front pockets, and the hip pocket. Everything is off the original. As a matter of fact, we're working on a catalog right now, and I'm using most of the pictures that were in the catalog that we had in '92. We're using those in the new catalog because it's all the same stuff. Oh, how cool! Gummy wants to know if you're going to make thongs. Because, a Tiger Stripe thong, should I take that as a yes or a no? I'm not really sure. I could probably get one made, but I just wouldn't want to see him wearing it.
So somebody's got to
it's Gumby. I got to do what Gumby wants.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I just don't want to be a part of it.
We love the guy. Yeah. Well, yeah. He said he'd model for it. So I don't know, man. I'd hold him to it if I was you, man.
Oh my God, would that be horrible?
I don't care wherever.
He is absolutely entertainment on two legs, man.
Oh yeah, he is. Well, that's why he's one of us.
I know.
Yeah.
That was a great find.
Hey, oh, I love it, man. Hey, Timmy, we got Bricktop watching us. He does his podcast on Wednesday. They do it early though. It's like 9 o'clock our time, 12 o'clock on the East Coast.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Let me know. I'll tune in and watch it sometime, man. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, he's actually a good guy. I'm actually going to have him on the show here. I'm trying to drag him out here and do a show with him. But he's got a really good podcast. And he does a lot of big scenario games and stuff like that. So I'm trying to drag him to one of your big games or a tournament, whatever you're going to do next year,
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm going to let you get back to the show, but give me a call tomorrow, and I'll tell you about this stuff that came in.
You got it, brother. Love you.
I love you. And tell everybody again, have a great holiday. Everybody's deserved it, and I wish everybody nothing but the best.
Well, right. Well, I'm sure they'll tell you the same thing, my friend.
All right, Fred. Well, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.
All right, brother. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, everybody. It's Mr. Tim Schloss, Tiger Stripe Camouflage, Gateway Paintball. Chris Plant, I appreciate you jumping in here tonight. And Gumby, you guys know each other?
We met at WCPL there at St. Louis.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Yeah, he Gumby and I, we go back a little bit. He's a crazy guy, but I love him, man. So, Chris, real quick, I'll start with you. You guys all ready for Turkey Day?
Yeah, we're of course I got to work tomorrow, but then we're headed back to see family tomorrow night, and I'll get to see some of the Legacy guys hopefully over the weekend. But
oh, that's cool. So where are you going then you're going to family for Thanksgiving, but where's that? How far is that from where you live?
it's about 3 hours, 150 miles.
That's not too bad, because boy, I got to tell you, they're talking about this is going to be one of the busiest turkey days in a long, long time as far as travel goes, and especially on the highway.
Yeah. Luckily, we'll be on 2-lane blacktop the whole way, so we miss a lot of that big traffic.
Oh, yeah. Oh, cool.
But we also have a new
Well, you got to stick your face in there and say hi, sweetheart, because we love you. You know that.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I went to the chiropractor today, so hopefully everything's straightened out.
Oh, back?
Yes.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Believe me.
And the sad
Yeah.
thing is, I have no idea what I did to cause the problem. So
Putting up with me.
Oh,
yeah.
Little.
yeah.
It's not one big thing. It's one little thing.
Well, we hope you get better because you got a 3-hour ride on Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, make sure he drives nice and easy for you and doesn't hit any bumps.
The driving part is not the problem. The problem is keeping the healer in the back seat. Yeah, he thinks he needs to be in the front seat, sticking his head out the window the whole ride.
I enjoy that too. So, and I'm not a dog, but I mean, that's I got. Yeah, but you know what? It's so cool that you guys are going to get to go do that, and it's so cool that you're jumping on here tonight with me to wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving, because you guys are and I'll get to you in a minute, Gum, because you're real good for paintball too. But you guys are really good for paintball. The Plant family, I think, is absolutely terrific, right down to the dog. But when you guys were at the WCPL, just the way, especially the way you took care of everything and kept an eye on the team and kind of their stats and getting their butts out there and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yes, but to me, that's more than just, shooting your mouth off for paintball. That's getting out there and doing it. See, that's the kind of people I'm talking about here tonight, is the doers, not the guys that just talk it, but the guys that walk it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I can say I don't play paintball, but I have gotten shot multiple times.
Is that how Chris practices? No. I'm just asking.
I'd actually taken up just taking pictures for the team, just because
That'll
when we
do
were
it.
looking for older pictures, there just weren't very many. So I bought a camera and I go on the field and take pictures, and I do get hit. Granted, I don't jump in and run the bunkers like a lot of them do. I'll stand on the sidelines and find a higher vantage point where I can get a picture down the field.
And only get shot a few times.
Right.
So, yeah. That's like being a ref. You would think refs aren't going to get shot, but they get the crap shot out of them, man.
They do. And there's been a lot of times a ref will look at me and say, "What happened?"
There you go. But you know what? You get out and you do it.
Yes.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It's not just lip service, it's doing. And to build paintball, to keep paintball going, that's exactly what you got to do, is get out there and do it. So I'm glad you put you on for a minute.
Absolutely.
So Chris can jump back on now, because
Thanks for having me.
She's a good lady, man. You're lucky. Yeah, I'm lucky with my wife, and I know Gumby is with his, because his wife Julie is terrific. They kind of keep us in line. There you go. Hey, buddy. Hey.
He's a turd. Yeah.
Turd.
You gotta love it. So, you looking forward to next year?
Oh, I'm definitely looking forward to next year.
Cool. You're gonna do the WCPL in St. Louis again, right?
Oh yes, absolutely. That's if I can only do one event next year, that's what it's going to be.
Got it. Right on. Well, I got another guy down here. Next time in St. Louis, you got to walk over and sit and talk to this guy, because you talk to him for like 5 minutes, and pretty soon he'll start mesmerizing you. He's quiet until you start talking to him, and then he kind of opens up a little bit. So, Gumby, how are you doing this evening, my friend?
I'm still alive. I'm doing well, sir. I'm doing well.
How's Julie doing?
Good, actually. We're doing all right. Getting ready for Thanksgiving. Yeah, waiting for my middle child to come with his girlfriend from Arizona to hang out for Thanksgiving and see what happens.
Oh, so you can have all the kids there?
Yeah.
Well, that'll be a busy day for Julie.
Yeah. Like every day is busy for her, chasing around me and everything else.
Oh, man, you were telling me you were easy to take care of.
No, I'm very high maintenance.
Uh-oh. But you got just a woman to take care of it. That's where we're actually very, very lucky. Chris and you and myself, and Bud and Tim Schloss and all the guys we hang with have, just the best wives out there. Because, look at the crap they put up with because we're in paintball.
Absolutely. If I didn't show any type of gratitude towards her, I'd be disrespecting all the hell that I put her through, and I just can't do that. She puts up with way too much crap from me.
Yeah, I know my wife just loves her, and I really want my wife to meet Chris's wife too, because I know they would get along really good too. So I'm looking forward, especially next year, to St. Louis now, because it seems like to be the meeting place now. Tim Schloss has put together not just a great tournament, but a meeting place like in the old days where we all used to get together, and shoot the breeze and have a good time and stuff like that. So, I just, and the problem is now, we're not allowing any more than 18 teams into these events. So now you're getting more than 18 teams want to come there. So the guys that have played it get the first shot at it. So if one of them bows out, then a new guy can come in. But if one of them doesn't bow out, the new guys don't get in. So, and that's something that you actually like to share with everybody because we have such a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Keep it small like that's really nice. Also, just to invite people back. That if you want to come back, make sure that you act accordingly. Don't be a jerk.
Yeah.
it's more personalized. It's I mean, on the field you got no friends. I mean, that's pretty obvious. That's just that's how paintball is. But you can tell the heart in the guy when he comes off the field, win, lose, or draw. You come off whining like a little girl and bitching, or you come off and everybody wants to win, but it just doesn't happen sometimes. But the guy that gets out there and play for me is a guy that has my respect. So what do you think about that, Chris?
Well, that I dropped out of paintball when Legacy, or after Legacy actually originally quit playing together, but it got to the point where egos outweighed the game. People were throwing tantrums and yelling and screaming, and that just turned me off the sport. And then when we got back together in 2020, because Mech Paintball was coming back, and we really wanted to be a part of that. And then we played an ICPL event in Chicago, and then some local stuff. And then when we hit the WCPL last year, St. Louis for the first time, that was what we were playing paintball for back in the day. And again, and that's what just makes the WCPL event so great.
Yep. Where you guys are lucky, both of you, because you both got great teams. Legacy's terrific team, Psycho Clown Posse. I mean, the people that are on your guys' teams, they're just great. They are. They're I don't know. They're just good for the sport. They're always friendly, always get out there and play hard, but off the field, they act like ladies and gentlemen. I think that is so cool. And, Gumby, you got a lot of good guys that I've met off the Clown Posse down there. And I have not met any of them that I don't like so far.
We're really blessed down here in Southern California because the general players that we have, the vast majority of them are really decent people. It'd be very difficult to peg somebody as being just a bad apple in the people that we hang out with. Just everyone in general down here is really nice.
Well, I think both you guys, when you guys pick people to be on your team, it's like the band. You're part of the band, Gumby. And you look at the people that are on my team, and they're hand-picked because not so much their playing ability, but their attitude and what they really do for the sport of paintball. And it's the same way, with you guys and Chris's team. Chris's team, I haven't met anybody bad on that team either. I've taken pictures with them. I've talked to different ones on there, and to me, that's the joy of paintball for me.
Well, Fred, I sent you our team bylaws a while back. It states right in our team bylaws that if you're going to be a jerk, cause problems, we're just going to send you down the road. We don't need that. I don't care how good a player you are. It doesn't take us long to weed people out. And most of the time, the guys that we invite to play, we've known for quite a while or watched play or played with off and on, so that we know their background a little bit. But we don't invite people that don't have the attitude like we do.
Yeah, it's but you know what? That's what actually gains the respect for your teams. Is that too? I mean, playing hard and being number one is cool, and I can understand that. But if you want to help paintball, you want to make paintball grow and be something, you have to have the right attitude, because a lot of people, just like at Tim's event there in WCPL, there was a lot of people there that were not playing paintball, but they were there watching paintball.
Yeah.
So and I seen a couple of guys come off yelling and griping and stuff like that, and thank goodness the majority came off and they were all acting cool and shaking hands and saying good game. that's what makes people want to get into sport.
Yeah.
So don't get picked up a lot. Have that rental waiting for you. Kevin Mack. Kevin Mack, he was going to come and he was going to play with us in St. Louis, and I'm going to invite him again. But he was down in Florida, and Florida took a beating just before that tournament.
Yeah.
Very, very bad. So Kevin
almost,
Mack's a good guy. Go ahead.
I almost ended up in Florida for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm a lineman, so
Yeah,
I got multiple emails and calls wanting mutual aid, but the small town I work for, we're not big enough to send anybody. But
wow, yeah, because that's one thing that they would need most of all down there, linemen. I mean, how many
Yep.
people were out of electric, out of everything,
Yeah.
So, wow. Yeah, that would have been pretty good.
One of the
Been over 30 years.
Huh?
I got a guy right here, Eric Stork. Been over 30 years since we communicated. Well, Eric, looks like we're communicating right now, my friend. So, and Guy Cooper's. You guys ever get to meet Guy Cooper? Do you know him, Chris and Gumby?
I met a guy a few times.
I know the name, but I don't think I've ever met him.
Yeah, he was real big in paintball when paintball first started, and him and I reconnected. I went to the Ellie Remember Foundation, not this year, but last year, in Colorado there, and I was there with Andy Strat and Guy Cooper. He drove I guess 4 hours or something like that to come up there to reconnect with me, and I thought that was so cool. And now him and we talk almost every day now online, so we've been reconnected, and that's one thing. There are so many guys back in the past, and I've met so many, literally hundreds of thousands of people since I started playing paintball. So it's just it's amazing when somebody comes up and they go, "Hey, remember me? And we did this, and this," and then it finally dawns on me because I'm old and I can only remember very little things. So, but anyhow, Guy Cooper is one of them, and he is 1983. He had NSG back in the day, so he's a guy that goes way, way back. Gotta love the guy. So, what are you looking forward to, Gumby, for the coming year, man? You guys gonna do any big games, or the posse? You gonna take them and play any tournaments?
We have we're doing we're going to be over at the Ambush game on the 1st of December. That's a toy drive that we do every year, along with everyone else for Southern California. But I think we have a game coming up January 11th at SC. And
Is that right?
yeah, and then probably another one in April. So
okay, I know the WCPPL is going to do some tournaments there, and then I'm still looking to do one down there too, maybe in March at SC, because I love the place. I love Geo, and just great people. Chris, if you ever get a chance to come to California, Southern California, let me know.
Yeah.
And I'll come down there, and Gumby and I'll take you around SC. Gumby owns that place. They do anything Gumby wants there. So,
Yeah.
What's that?
If we're out there, we'll definitely get together.
Yeah, you would absolutely love it. It's a great field. Like I say, the clowns have their own section. So if you go there when all the clowns are there, they got the little spot that's like they kind of take it over. It's pretty darn cool, actually. So is a tournament you're going to be doing that, Gumby, or is it just a big game?
Big game this weekend for the toy drive, and then we have the Lynn's game also. We'll all be at Lynn's game also, every year.
Oh, you're gonna be at Lynn Trong's?
We go every year.
Oh, yeah, good. Yeah, because I'm gonna go live there again this year. I did it last year. It was a lot of fun, actually. I enjoyed it. I met a lot of new people down there, and it's just a good event. This is, I think, our 12th or 13th year, something like that.
I think it's the 13th, yes.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Eric, I'll tell you what, buddy. Right here. Yeah, you could write a book. I could write a book too. Matter of fact, I've even thought about it. But yeah, you want to come on my show sometime? Stay in touch with me, and I'll get it scheduled after the first of the year. We'll talk a little bit before I do it. I won't say I'm real touchy about who I put on, but I am a little bit touchy about who I put on. But we'll sit and we'll talk a little bit, and I would love to have you on. If you and I can stay connected with me, because I like putting the good people on. And I just like Gumby and Chris. I appreciate you guys hopping on here tonight. Just to wish everybody a very, very happy Thanksgiving. And we got, wow, look at this. Daniel Hellhall Massey, Ryan Freeman. God, Ryan, this guy travels everywhere. You never know where the heck he's going to be. So, pretty cool. Yeah, I got to tell you, some of the best people in the world, I get to watch my show, and I just, it actually blows me away. And, it's just the class of the people that get to watch it that makes me feel so good. It really, really does. I just can't even begin to tell you guys how much I really, really do appreciate it. So I'm going to let everybody, I'm going to cut it just a little bit short tonight, not a lot. But I'm going to start with you, Chris. Chris, I appreciate you jumping on here tonight.
Oh, no problem.
And I appreciate you sliding it over to your lovely wife. So we got to see her tonight, too. I'm absolutely looking forward to seeing you.
Yes,
this
definitely.
next year. Yeah. And, Team Legacy, I think the world of that team. And, anything that it's possible that I can help you guys with, all you have to do is contact me. And if it's within my power, or just even to get you hooked up to talk to people, because, you guys should be able to sell yourself.
Yeah.
You guys are a good team, and you're a good bunch of people.
Well, we got some exciting things coming up for next year, so it's going to be pretty good, I think.
Throw a couple of them out there real quick.
Well, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say yet, so I better hush.
Okay. Yeah, just like me in the Lively event.
Yeah, no, I know that I think at least one of our lines is going to play in at least 3 WCPLs next year. They're going to travel. They're going to do Florida, and I can't remember what all they said they were going to do, but unfortunately, I can't travel with them. Not yet, anyway.
Not yet. Okay. Well, as long as you and the missus make it to St. Louis, that would be important for me.
Yeah. Unless something tragic happens, I'll guarantee I'll be there one way or another.
Sounds good. Well, I'm going to let you say goodbye to everybody. And I want to wish you two a very, very happy Thanksgiving. And I'll probably talk to you before Christmas. So I'll just stay with Thanksgiving. Okay. I'll let you say goodbye to everybody.
Yeah. Well, thanks, everybody. Thanks for having me on, Fred. It's been great. Everybody have a great and safe Thanksgiving, and hopefully we'll see everybody soon.
All right, Chris, you stay safe, my friend.
Thank you. You too.
What a great guy, huh, Gumby?
Yep, absolutely. Nice guy.
Him and his wife are terrific. I can't ever say enough about, guys like that. And the team legacy, they're just like your team. You can pick any of them out. You can walk up to them and start talking to them. 5 minutes later, you feel like you knew them forever. It's just that's how it was with you. Once I got over being scared of you in that outfit, man, I'm like, this guy is cool. I like it. So
roaming in for a screen.
Yeah.
Minute.
Yeah. If everybody out there, real quick story, because I know I hit my hour already. But how I met Gumby was years ago. When I got back into paintball, my buddy Keith Kissel took me up to a big game, the North versus South, up at a field up north, up by Sacramento. Anyhow, make a long story short, I hadn't shot my automag for like a gazillion years, so it wouldn't shoot. So Gumby is Mr. Automag. Him and a guy named Roman, God bless his soul, he's passed away now. Great guy. Anyhow, they go like this. He goes, well, here, I'll fix it. You take my marker and go play paintball. I played paintball. I think I played 3 different games for 3 hours while these guys worked and could not get the valve freed up on my matter of fact, it's still sitting over here on my Automag. 3 hours. These guys drove all the way from LA, all the way up to here. And instead of going out and playing, they let me use their marker while they worked on my marker. And I got to tell you, first of all, I couldn't believe that they were doing that. And then I got to talk to them, and I mean, Gumby and I have been friends ever since. And it wasn't because he took the time to work on my marker. It was the attitude, the whole thing about it. You know, he could have just told me to take a hike and went and played, because that's what they drove 8 hours to do, you know. So I have not just respect for him. And then I got to meet, you know, his wife, Julie, and what she does for the sport of paintball. She is, there's that beauty. How you doing, sweetie?
Breathing. Just got out of the shower. Sorry.
Oh, you look great. You look great. I want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving, my friend.
You know, when you first met him, he came home so excited. Guess who I met? I have the best story. You'll never guess who I met. He was in such awe. He would have worked on your gun forever.
Well, you know what's funny? Then we both went home in awe, because I was in awe of him also. Wow, that worked out pretty good. I like that. So, you know, my wife just loves you, Julie. She thinks you're the cat meow. I got to tell you.
Well, thank you for big hugs for me. And
I
we
will do that.
Games coming up besides the January and the April game. Zach Arbuckle.
Yeah.
He's got a couple of games that he's promoting. So just check out our page and we'll keep you updated on stuff that's going on.
Sounds good. Yeah, I was with Zach a couple of months ago. I was up in Wisconsin. I went up and seen my brother. So I went and met with Zach, and because I've known Zach now for like 3-4 years, but never got to shake his hand. So it was pretty cool. I got to shake his hand, and we walked around a real cool field up there. Had a great time. Yeah, like I say, you know, that's what's good about the sport is the good people gravitate towards the good people. I absolutely love it. You know, and you gotta come out to St. Louis with Gumby one time. You know, let the kids watch themselves, and you know, just make him take you out there.
We're trying. I've got to try to work around work.
Yeah. Well, you know, even if you could fly out there just on Friday night and then be there Saturday, and we'd fly you home on Sunday. So you could hang out, meet Chris Plantz's wife. You know, you would just have a good time.
Yep. There's a lot of people who keep bugging me. Are you coming this time? I'm like, no, I'm really sorry.
Well, you're very well liked in the sport. You know, just as much as Gumby. You know, a lot cuter too. You know, I got to give you that. So you know, but you know, you two are very, very special for paintball. And you know, the special people are the people that you got to keep pushing, because they're the people that make the sport grow. And you know, I've watched all the stuff that you've done. You know, birthday parties, graduations, just everything that you work on and put together, both of you, is nothing but plus for paintball.
Thank you. We try as a team. We have, you know, us moms, I call us our paintball moms, you know, and anything that needs to be done for like decay and feeding the masses and having food for everybody. You know, we all pitch in, we all get donations. And we try to make sure that, you know, anybody that walks by gets a sticker, gets a hot dog, hamburger, cookies, whatever. You know, we just try to make sure we're welcoming, because like you said, you don't know if that person's here for the first time.
There you go.
To come back.
Yep.
Yes, he is scary, and I've had people walk on the other side of the road because they're afraid of him. But that first like clown, you know.
You gotta love him though. I think it's great. Absolutely great. Well, I'm gonna let you two say goodbye to everybody and wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And right up front, I love you two. Okay.
Too.
Say hi to the wife for us, and everyone out there, have a good Thanksgiving. Be safe, travel safe. Go out and play this weekend, have some fun, drag somebody else out there that's never played.
And we'll see you on the field soon.
All right. You two have a great, great Thanksgiving. All right. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Oh, man. Stephen and his wife, Julie. What a great, great couple. You got to absolutely love them. You know, I appreciate Chris jumping on tonight, him and his wife, and Gumby and his wife. I got to tell you, that's Thanksgiving. Now I feel good. I'm already hyped up like I just downed a gallon of Mountain Dew, man. I mean, I am jacked up after talking to these guys. Very, very special people. And like I always tell everybody, you know, I'm not blessed about who I am. I feel blessed about who I get to know, who I get to hang with. And to be thankful is, you know, it's actually just a very, very small word. You know, there's got to be something bigger than thankful, because what everybody, the way these guys make me feel and the people I get to know, and it's just a feeling that, you know, it's hard to even explain. I wish I could let everybody feel just exactly the love that I have for not just the sport, but for the people I get to know in this sport. So, everybody have a very good Turkey Day until next Tuesday evening, 6 o'clock Pacific time on Facebook. Remember, when we all work together, we make paintball bigger and better. So until then, please play hard, play safe, play fair, get out there and play paintball. See you guys next week, all right?